That's a lot of notes.
Hello, hello. Welcome.
Welcome, everybody.
We are here for Jump Over the
Welcome,
Barricade.
welcome. I don't know what's going on. I think they made it. We are here for Jump Over the Barricade, weekly wrestling show. I am Reggie, one of the hosts. That's Sister Val. That's Sister Beast. And we are going to go ahead and start off with Monday Night Raw. Yes, we are going to start off with Monday Night Raw. And the show opened and it started. We had an early start to the show. Monday, if you guys watched, the show opened up with the new Women's World Tag Team Champions and Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. And they were celebrating their victory last Monday on Raw over the Kabuki Warriors. And they were rudely interrupted by a couple of teams. They were interrupted by Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez, and also Lyra Valkyrie and Bayley. Now, the tag we spoke about the women's tag team division numerous times on this show, so you know where we stand with the women's tag team division.
Yes,
Welcome
it's
back.
thanks. It's storming here in good old sunny Florida, and knocked our Wi-Fi out for a second, but we're back. Yeah. But
yes.
I'm telling y'all now, it may happen again.
Let's hope it doesn't. But we do agree. The women's tag division, it's definitely growing. It's showing some more promise. I'd be interested to see if they're able to put any more teams together. But for right now, at least the teams that we do have are pretty solid. I appreciated the opening segment. Definitely starting off with Rhea and Io. And the nice sneak up by the Kabuki Warriors as well. So it gave everybody an opportunity to play, which I think was really important, and got to set up for the number one contender match that would have been on in the evening.
And that was a great match too.
It was a good match for sure. Yeah. There's a couple of decent matches that happened. Yeah, it was a good one. I honestly think overall this week the wrestling itself was pretty decent, which is really nice.
It was.
Yeah, it was some really good wrestling this week. We got to get everything in line with the rest of the stuff, stories and all, but wrestling alone, it was a pretty good week. We got to see a setup also backstage for AJ versus Gunther, which we were very excited about. A bit of a controversy.
I want to know what y'all thought about the ending.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have to talk about that part.
A lot of controversy.
And then something else backstage that I thought that was interesting this on Raw this week. Yeah. Liv calling out Finn. And I think it was necessary, personally. I think it's kind of the elephant in the room.
Yes, it was.
When it comes to Finn Balor when it comes to Finn Balor and his place in the WWE, Judgment Day in general, I think there was a lot that Liv said without saying so much. And I think we all want to see that come out of Finn. We all want to see, not necessarily the demon, but we want to see the Finn Balor that we know he can be. Right. We want to see him get pushed. It's not his fault that Seth Rollins injured his shoulder.
Thank you.
And sometimes I do feel like he's still being
I mean, it's long
punished
overdue.
for that.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It's well long overdue for Finn.
It is long
It's about
overdue.
time he's getting his shot. I mean, as far as Judgment Day is concerned, I see why Liv did what she did. It was necessary for her to do so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, let's see what
and
what's going to happen going forward here.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to watch. I'm hoping it's a little haphazard just because we know he received he's going to get the opportunity to face Punk, but is Punk really going to lose the title right now to Finn Balor? So hopefully whatever they do with it, they just make sure that it's a strong showing for him. And
he's gonna have a strong showing. We know that. We know that. But good, just
yeah, it's a little frustrating. Just a little frustrating. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But in terms of our first matches of the night, I believe we started off with Javon Evans versus Bravo of Americano.
Justice for
Tyler Bate. Justice for Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. And I'm gonna before we even discuss the match.
I'm not even gonna front with y'all. Okay, I watched AAA last night. At one point I was watching 3 wrestling shows at the same time. 12-year-old me was in awe. But I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, Grande, I understand. This is a great gimmick for Ludwig Kaiser. Because the gimmick of Ludwig Kaiser was only getting them so far.
Right.
I'm sorry that Chad Gable had to lose his gimmick.
Yeah.
But Ludwig Kaiser is a better fit for it.
He's doing a great job.
That being said, he did not need the other two.
Which is really something.
He does not need Rayo and Bravo. He does not need Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate should be
Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
Pete Dunne and Tyler.
Yeah. I think what's also really interesting about that is, for Ludwig, as we know, he was with Gunther prior, so he's an original member of Imperium. I think it's interesting though that this is the time where he's actually shown like he's been able to shine in a solo sense by himself, when before he's mainly been in factions. And he is doing a great job, but this is not in my opinion, it's not for Tyler Bate. It's not for Pete Dunne. And I kind of feel I'm a little hurt for them to be home. You're in, they're home. And they're luchadors. And it's not about them being luchadors. It's just the fact that that's not who they are and that's not who they need to be. They're being wasted.
Didn't have them come out as Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate just for this night.
Just for that night. Yeah. Like, I don't think people realize how important.
And I'm gonna let this.
Yes.
This is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen. This is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen WWE do with the talent that they have with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. I don't like this team.
Yeah.
I think they're wasting their talent. And congratulations to Javon Evans on winning this match because it was a start. It was a great start to the night. But you are wasting
it was a great match.
Time, just like you guys said.
Yeah.
Just stick with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. The names are stupid. The tag team is great, but the namesake is stupid. I don't like it.
I think for me, you all know how I feel about NXT UK. These are two individuals that were so instrumental in the development of NXT UK. Mustache Mountain, that also had Trent Seven a part of it. Love him. It's just really sad to just see where they are right now. I just really feel like, minus a couple of members, from the roster of NXT UK, they've just been treated as afterthoughts. Trent got hip, went to AEW. It's just disappointing.
Trent's all over the place.
Yeah, he does multiple things.
Yeah.
But it's disappointing. But the match was great because it's Tyler Bate. At the end of the day, he's still Tyler Bate.
Okay.
It was a great match, and Javon Evans is Javon Evans.
You know the airplane spin that he did. Did you catch what it was called?
Yeah. And we can move forward.
What was it called?
Wasn't they call it the Gulf of America?
No.
What did they call it?
No. Niño Grande Fuerte. What does that mean?
I took American Sign Language.
Strong.
Big, strong boy. It's my big, strong boy. Because he is the big, strong boy. He will forever be the big, strong boy. But it's okay. Hopefully, I don't even want to. I thought your throat hurt. I don't even want to say.
That's why I'm only drinking.
I don't even want to say that hopefully they'll get him back to where he needs to be. I don't really have much faith in it anymore.
No. But
the NXT UK fan of mine hopes that he gets back to where he should be. He and Pete Dunne. It's just a waste. It's a waste.
Deserve better.
But we'll move forward. Moving on. Where are we next? So we did have an interaction backstage with Heyman and Adam Pearce. It was great foreshadowing for when we were going to end up at the end of the night. Just, I like what they're doing with Braun Breaker in the sense of just making him very unhinged.
Well, okay. When we get to what actually happened, to me personally, whole segment was hilarious. It was
great. It was very good. It was very good. It was really good, and I feel like I wasn't too sure in the very beginning how the whole dynamic was going to flow with Reed and Breaker and, Logan Paul and Paul Heyman, but I like it now. It's got a lot of promise, and I think it gives the right pushes at the right time, depending on who we're referencing.
Logan Paul, people had me crying.
But here's the thing. I know Logan. I get it. He's Logan Paul. He's aggravating, but he's not untalented. Like he's good. He's good in the ring. He's good on the mic. It is what it is. People hate. I get it, but I can't at the same time. You just have to enjoy wrestling. At some point, just enjoy the wrestling.
I understand not liking Logan Paul as
himself,
just Logan Paul,
right?
Okay, because what's to like? But in the WWE, like, come on now.
Yeah,
you gotta give credit where it's due.
Yeah, we got to see good old CM Punk, and we got to see Balor take his shot. So I am looking forward to that match. We kind of just covered it a little bit in the very beginning.
It's gonna be a good match.
It's gonna be a good match.
Punk is not gonna not let him get his shot.
Yeah,
Punk's doing this because he wants him to get his shot.
Mm-hmm. And Punk had some great truths that he was speaking about Balor as well. I really appreciated. I think it was a good kick in the pants that Balor needed. It's just gonna be about what we're gonna do with it as we go along.
About damn time.
I felt like someone is. Yeah, I agree.
This is gonna sound like a pause statement, but I don't care. Finn, you come out there in the tights next week, okay? Put the long boys up and you come out there in the tights. Okay?
Kick it old school. Did you guys feel as though there wasn't as much wrestling as usual? Like there weren't as many matches as usual?
It's Raw.
Right?
I feel like SmackDown is the wrestling show and Raw is the more entertainment show.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of extra segments, a lot of talking.
I agree with that.
But I do wonder, is that because they took forever to start setting up for the Rumble though? So now that they're finally having to set up for the Rumble because we're only 2 weeks away, now they're scrounging. They're like, yes. Oh, talk. Okay, let's wrestle.
But why are we just now setting up for the Rumble? Oh, because we have 2 events right before it.
Yeah, which I don't really know are necessary. The Saturday night main event is literally the week before the Rumble. Like, why? Yeah, I don't know how necessary that is, but maybe it's contractual things they got to get in there with. I guess that's their other point there. But we did have a series of matches for the number one contender, for a fatal four-way to then become the number one contender for the world. Am I?
Was it the tag team?
Tag team, excuse me. Yeah, so triple threat. Pardon me. So we had the ladies. We had Liv and Roxanne. We had Bailey and Lyra. And then we also had what was the last one in the? It was a triple threat. Kabukis, the Kabuki Warriors. And I enjoyed the match. It was a really good match.
The Kabuki Warriors.
I've always been a fan. Go ahead. I missed it.
No, I was agreeing with you. Like I've always been a fan of the Kabuki Warriors. We are having said, but we're together. But going back to what she says in this match, didn't disappoint. Bailey and Lyra didn't disappoint. This match, up and down, was a great match from start to finish.
And I always,
unfortunately, for the Warriors, Liv and Raquel come out on top.
Liv and Roxanne.
Yeah, Liv and Roxanne took the win on that one, which I'm not mad about. I've been excited to kind of see Liv and Rhea having a different type of back and forth. It's not about Dom anymore. Raquel's not involved this time. It's got Roxanne involved. So this is, I think, a fresh way to tell a new story for those two, which I'm excited about. And I always love hearing the crowd sing for Bailey. Personally, it's 2 weeks in a row now. And I think it's necessary because we all agree, I think, that Bailey hasn't gotten what she's deserved in the last, 2 years?
What happened to the split personality character? You dropped that?
No, I don't think they're dropping it. I think it comes and goes, which makes sense. Like if you know much about mental health, that does come and go. That's what mania is. No pun intended. So I do believe that they're still doing that character with Bailey. I just think it depends on the situation. I think it depends on how far she gets pushed and then she cracks. Yeah. But Kyrie did take that pen. We got to chat backstage with Bexy and Maxine because they're going to have their rematch at, I believe it's Saturday Night Minute.
Or is it
It's one of the two because there's a lot of wrestling going on, but they're going to have their,
a lot happening.
Yeah, they're going to have their rematch. I don't expect to see Maxine walk away with the title for this rematch. We're clearly setting up for AJ Lee and Becky for the IC title, which is perfectly fine. I just feel like this is definitely just a way for Maxine to try to get her up and coming because of Becky stealing that win. What a win she stole. I'm still disappointed because I liked Maxine as champion.
I still like Maxine as I like her. I like the character right now. I like it. I really feel like after that's done, Maxine should get her due. Like if AJ's not going to be around a lot to defend it, because I see AJ Lee beating Becky Lynch when that happens. If AJ's not going to be around to defend it a lot, let's get that back over to Maxine.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of anybody, I don't care who it is, with the belt and they're not there to defend it, or with the belt and they don't defend it, which we'll talk about later.
This is a waste of time for Maxine. This is a waste of time for Becky. I get like what y'all said earlier for Saturday night's main event. I get it. But this match is a waste. She went back. It's a waste of time.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I feel like as soon as she got her momentum going, it kind of got snatched a bit. But we'll see if she's able to keep it going in another direction. I did really appreciate the fact that she was encouraging Otis and Tozawa to get in on the tag action. That did lead to them running up on Jay and just kind of being like, hey, Oos, we want to be taken seriously in this situation.
I just want to point something out. Y'all want to know when the last time Otis and Tozawa was in a match, much less one? Because I know. It's a startling statistic.
Share with us.
The last match Otis and Tozawa were in was when the New Day were still teasing breaking up.
Wow.
And they beat the New Day as if to say, wow, they're breaking up so bad, they're even losing to Otis and Tozawa.
Wow. That was moons ago. Many moons.
That was
ago.
like 2 years ago, folks.
That's crazy. That's a shame. Two more people that there's just so that's another episode.
Yeah.
It gets so frustrating. So frustrating. But I do want to talk about Reggie, what was your take on Jay's reaction to Otis and Tozawa? What's your take on his reaction? Because he had a very interesting reaction. We're frozen.
Give him a minute, we're a little frozen.
But while we wait for Reg to unfreeze, hopefully he's not on our side. I thought it was interesting to kind of see. Oh, there you are. Go ahead. I was asking Reg, what is your thought process on Jay's reaction?
And Otis.
He had a huge laugh.
I see a heel turn. I see a heel turn coming real fast, real soon. It's sad to see that it has to be Tozawa and Otis at the other end of it, but I see a turn soon.
Yeah.
I see the tag team division elevating from this heel turn, and it needs to happen sooner rather than later.
Yeah, because I feel like the longer they wait to pull that trigger, it's just going to start to get even more stale. There's only so many side glances or unsure, looks that we can provide. And I definitely think it needs to happen. And something that I'm just not thinking about, Naomi is going to be due here. It's not going to be long before she's due to have the baby. So where is that going to leave Jimmy? Is he going to take time off? Is he going to stay around? So I think depending also what happens in real life is going to determine where this goes. Because there's definitely a heel turn coming for Jay. I mean, I don't know how much more in our face it could be, but it's definitely right there. It's just going to be about when they decide to pull the trigger, I think.
I feel like they lose the tag titles sooner rather than later, and that's going to be the straw that breaks it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think Otis and Tozawa are going to beat them for the tag titles, but
they're going to lose.
It's going to be some team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, definitely. Say again.
I think he was great.
Oh yeah. So that did lead into Dragon Lee and Penta versus Bronson Reed and Austin Theory. Here's one thing that I do. Dragon Lee and Penta.
Yes.
Why not Ray Phoenix and Penta? Just a thought.
Because Ray Phoenix is on SmackDown.
Yeah, I know he's on SmackDown, but move him.
I'm pretending that matters for right
now. Move him. We want to see the two of them. I would love to watch Ray Phoenix and Penta as the tag team champions.
Listen, Lucha Bros, Usos, take my money.
Yes, please. Between the high flying, that would just be that's a WrestleMania match. That's a WrestleMania match. I would eat that match up.
Mm-hmm.
That would be such a great. And then it's the fact that it's brothers versus brothers. Like there's so many things that they're not thinking about. Like this is definitely something that they could build upon, the brothers versus brother thing. I really wish that they thought a little bit. And hey, I don't work for the WWE. This is not my job. I work in education. But I feel like as a fan, as a consumer, listen to us sometimes. Listen to us sometimes. We might know something.
They did. They listen. Trip said,
Well, they listened the wrong
Trip
times.
said, "Hey, y'all said y'all don't like the ads. Cool. Instead of 12, we doing 10." Y'all think?
Oh gosh.
Don't ever say I don't listen to you. Okay.
Now that particular match is when we had the big boom. Now it was a great match.
The big boom of hilarity.
The big boom of hilarity. For the part of the match that was actually the match, it was a really good match. But we did have interference. We had interference with Paul and Breaker lost his mind.
Like, okay, like don't get me wrong. It's supposed to come off as a savage attack. And in one sense it did.
Mm.
But if you just look at straight up actions, if you watch the whole segment on mute and play the Benny Hill theme music back in put that over it, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
You got Braun Breaker running down like I'm gonna say 52 miles an hour because that's what it looked like to me. By the time he hit Dragon Lee, it really looked like a car hit him.
Yeah, that was a spear.
By the time Dragon Lee got hit with the spear, it looked like a car hit him.
That's exactly what it was.
Then you got Pierce telling him off. While he's telling him off outside, Bronson Reed is inside hitting a tsunami. And then he runs inside to tell Bronson Reed off behind his back. He spears Dragon Lee again.
Wild. It was wild. But I'll say this. I really Adam Pierce. I really love him. For real. Poor Dragon Lee.
Post something out for Dragon Lee's ribs.
Yeah. Let's get a little agua there. Adam Pierce, I love him as GM. I think he's so entertaining. I feel, you know why? Because I know what it feels like to be a manager in a situation where you're having to deal with foolishness. And so there are times
I had to bring her back from work, folks. I had to bring her back here from work.
You could just see he was seething. He was oozing. I told you to mind your business and not to come out here. And here you come out here. And Adam Pierce, he had a little moment where he lost his mind. But there's just something about that image.
He lost his mind. Breaker lost his mind.
Yeah, there's something about that image of Adam Pierce in the corner. And here's what I love about that. He wasn't even necessarily cowering.
He was really just trying to get the man off him. He was
trying to get the man off him. He was not cowering. Like I feel like if Adam Pierce really wanted to, he'd have fought Braun Breaker for real in that ring. Like that's what that was giving. It was so entertaining.
I'm telling y'all don't want that man to come about that suit.
Yeah, it was so entertaining. You know what it gives? It reminds me of that one time. I don't know who it was. I don't remember who it was, but someone had stepped up to Corey Graves when he was on commentary. And I was like, are we going to act like Corey Graves wasn't a wrestler? You just go.
It was when Seth and them.
Yes. Okay. And they really thought they were just going to punk Corey Graves. Have you watched him? You know, like I get it. They wear suits now, but let's not do that. I really enjoyed that segment. I think it gives Breaker the right kind of heat. And each week it gives me more and more. Yes, you could take this title off of Punk and do this well. Each week, it gets better and better with that.
This segment is where I'm going to give Logan Paul his flowers because the man had me dying. Okay?
Yeah, he was very entertaining.
Logan Paul had me crying laughing, especially when they trying to walk Braun Breaker back, and Adam Pierce is still going, right? And Logan Paul just rushes back to Adam Pierce. And you hear him over the camera. You have to stop.
Yeah.
Please, you have he's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you. Please stop.
It
You
was
have to
great.
stop.
It was great. And as we know, this did lead to Breakker being suspended. But Paul Heyman, if he's going to be anything, he is going to be an advocate. And he was honest with Pierce. He said, hey, but let's not forget, you put your hands on him first. So, and I really appreciated Pierce's reaction to that. It was very much so that, damn, yeah, I did. But nevertheless, he's suspended. And then we get to our main event of the night.
That was the segment of the night to me,
AJ
right there.
Styles. It was the segment of the night. It was very entertaining. That was the segment of the night. I feel like that segment had a really good combination of wrestling, but also a really good combination of storytelling just in general. And it gave you a lot of emotions. You had some OMG moments. You laughed. I think it leveled up Adam Pearce's role as GM a little bit as well. So I think that was probably the segment of the night. I agree there, Reggie. It was. And again, with our main event, Gunther versus Styles. Gunther did take that win. Now, here's the thing, and y'all know how I feel about Gunther. That's my A1. I think, obviously, this is not done. Gunther tapped. It was not seen. And then Gunther gives AJ an unseen low blow, and then does allow for him to get the win. But it's not over. But here's my question for Beast and for Reggie. Was this necessary? Or should we have just saved it for, Saturday night main event or the Rumble? What do you think?
I feel like it had to happen at least once before then, because if you're gonna start building it now, like, how would we have? Okay, let's say they didn't have this match yet, and they did save it for like either the Rumble or Saturday night's main event. How many weeks are we going to endure?
Early for the first match should have been for Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, but like, how many weeks before then are we going to endure? But how many weeks before then are we just going to endure Gunther just coming out doing the same thing? I made John Cena tap like a little bee and inciting the crowd. It's like, okay, great, we get it. You got to wrestle, like,
yeah. Well, and I totally understand that sense. I think it was a necessary match. I think it was important because you can't always just keep building Gunther. You have to be able to show some form of a weakness within him. And he's a heel, right? He's a big time heel right now. So that's what you do with big time heels. You have to show them in their, have a weakness, but then you got to show them cheat their way through it, because that's what keeps the heat on them.
I understand there's a lag, but before we go to SmackDown, I just want to know, Reg, did you see how NXT ended this week?
We'll wait.
I'll wait for this one.
Oh,
oh no. Oh, he doesn't want to talk about it.
Come back.
You don't want to talk about it. Oh God.
Beast was asking me, Reggie, if you saw the end of NXT this week.
Are we good?
I don't know if he can hear us yet. Yeah, can you hear us?
Good? Can you hear us?
You're on mute.
All right, you're off mute. You're good.
Give me 1 second.
No worries.
No worries.
So we'll come back to that, answer that question for Reggie. We will go ahead and hello, darling. We'll go ahead and we'll get started on Friday Night SmackDown while Reggie works through his technical difficulties. And I'm going to drink some water because I don't really have much to say about the beginning of that.
Okay, well, even though I missed this opening segment.
So this opening segment started with Boo McIntyre. I appreciate the bagpipes. Those were beautiful. But Drew came out, and obviously he's overseas, so he's always going to have a different level. They're going to respect him a lot more over there. They're going to care. I don't care. And it feels good to know that there are other people who feel the way I do about Boo McIntyre. I appreciate. Well, my brother Navi feels that way. I do believe my other brother Reggie also agrees and feels that way. And if you ask me, the Beast, my whole partner in crime, feels that way. So I think my feelings are warranted. I also talk about it. But Randy did come out, and Randy interrupts because Randy is one of the qualified people who have qualified to be in that fatal 4-way.
Yes.
I believe it is, for the number one contendership. And then we also have Jacob Fatu that comes out and attacks Drew. And so, we're having that back and forth. And then, would you guess it? Here comes the Miz again. And I don't know about you, but I feel like it, and it's, I want to be mindful when I say this, because it's not that I don't like the Miz. I just feel like in this situation, he takes the air out of the balloon whenever he shows up in this situation.
That's what, that's
2 weeks in a row.
That's why I said what I said about Ola if he goes to SmackDown. I don't want to see the Miz in his face ever.
No.
Stop.
Yeah. And
here's my take on that. If Randy Orton doesn't win this, if Randy doesn't win this, how many title matches are we going to keep giving Randy? I mean, I love Randy Orton like the next person. And he's a 14-time champion for a reason. But to me, this is your last chance, Randy. If you do not get past this, stop giving Randy Orton title shots. Because how many title shots are we going to keep giving Randy, and he's going to keep losing them all? If this is the last chance for Randy Orton, to me, if he does not win this time, it's going to hurt me to say this. But Randy, hang it up.
But we was in that same boat with Drew not long ago.
Some of y'all were. I wasn't in that boat.
But
personally,
this is my personal thing.
Just turn Randy heel already.
Not even just that, but I saw the two of them in that ring, face to face, with the WWE title in between them, and I just had horrible nightmares / flashbacks of 2020 inside the Thunderdome with them two back and forth for the WWE title over and over. Randy lost 2, and then they said, okay, we can't justify this without having him at least win it this time.
Right.
So they gave it to him. And then they had another match for Drew to win it back. And no.
We don't want to see that again.
No. Don't do this. I'm sorry, Randy, but no.
Well, and I think it poses a good question. Is it just time for Randy Orton to quit while he's ahead? And I know that's probably a very controversial
take the John Cena route and just hang it up.
You think it's time for retirement?
I know we want to see the Cody.
Cena did it.
And I'll watch the Cody feud. I'm fine if we see the Cody feud, but maybe, I don't know. I think Randy is in a weird limbo place for me because he's the Viper, right? You're always going to love Randy Orton. He's a classic. But at the same time, there's a lot of, and it's not about throwing out your OGs. It's not about that. I just feel like there's so much talent, so much new talent and developing talent that Randy and what he can do, it kind of starts to it kind of starts to diminish what he can do, just because of the fact that he's not really that inventive wrestler. Do you know what I mean by that? Does that make sense? You know, he's a classic.
That makes
Of
a
course,
lot
he's
of
a class
sense.
act.
The man is getting old. Man's
Yeah,
getting old. He's up there. He's up there in age, you know? So
like Drew
Hang it up,
McIntyre
Randy. We
could
love.
retire after this too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear the in her voice when she said
Drew could retire. It's time. It's time. He got his last run. What else do you need?
you did what you came to do.
Yeah, go on. It's fine. But no, I really do feel like every time the Miz shows up in this situation, and it's so bad to the point to where I'm like, why are you here again? I forgot.
Honestly, like the more I see them is, the biggest question I keep asking is why.
Yeah,
I'll say the same.
I just don't think it's necessary.
Like there are no
awkward
more title runs.
situations. No, hang it up, Miz.
There's no more
You're
title
not going to be
runs.
champion again.
I'm gonna give this guy the rub. There's no more, put this cat with me and then let me turn heel on him and then he be the biggest. Like
it's time for you to just work with development.
Done.
It's time for you to work at, go do something backstage at NXT. Go put on your suit and go backstage or get on commentary. Do something, Mike.
Miz.
But again, especially for the Miz, because yes,
you came to play.
Well, and that's the thing,
I don't
right?
want to see you play no more.
It's another situation of the Miz comes from a generation of wrestler. Yes. Yeah. There's too much talent backstage for us to keep focusing on the Miz.
There's a lot of people back there that can do what Miz does.
Yeah. And it's not taking anything from him. Everyone has their time. The man is a two-time Grand Slam champion. Bro, you've done it twice.
You can't take that away from him.
It's fine. You cannot take it from him, but that does not mean we need to see it a third time, and we definitely don't want to see a third attempt. Just stop.
Please,
it's okay.
No. Please no.
Go home to your wife and then the girls. It's okay, Miz. There's other things. You've been a host.
Go to movies.
You've had other shows. Miz has done what a lot of people in the industry cannot do. You went from the real world.
Yes.
Okay? The real world. Coral was reading you for filth in the real world. Mm-hmm. You went from the real world to the WWE. You've been able to branch out and have 2 or 3 shows on USA at the time. You've been able to do those things. I think now it's time to move away from the in-ring and focus on the other things that you've been able to develop, and you've done it well. Focus on that stuff. Leave the in-ring alone. I think we're tired of seeing that.
I want to know if Coral has ever watched you in WWE, because she was over the Miz on the challenge.
She was over the Miz on the challenge.
Yes, she was.
She was over the Miz on the challenge. She didn't hear Miz again on the challenge.
Yeah. But nevertheless, we had the back and forth, but he definitely just broke my pen.
I don't know how that even happened.
My pen, my good pen. Moving forward, though, we did have it was a tag match, I believe, right, with Julia.
Julia, correct.
Kiana James versus Bliss and Flair.
Yep.
Somebody else want to talk about that?
No.
Let me take the floor on this one. If you saw last week, Alexa Bliss was by herself. Charlotte was supposedly, quote unquote, was out sick with it. We don't know if she was sick or that she wanted to take out time. She was sick. Okay, so Bliss was left by herself. She faced Julia last week. Julia got the win with the interference of Nia and Lash, leading to this match. So Bliss and Charlotte, long story short, Bliss and Charlotte gets to win with Bliss hitting the Sister Abigail DDT in the middle of the ring. Here comes Nia and Lash Legend once again. Here was makes this interesting because I kind of see
Yeah.
where they're going with this. The altercation after the match between Julia and Nia was very interesting to me because we all know the talent that Julia is. Let's face it, she doesn't need, to me, she doesn't need Kiana James. Kiana James is just there for TV time because they have nothing else to do with Kiana James. I am interested to see.
Kiana James is getting TV time. Kiana James is great, but
I'm interested to see.
I don't care.
Right. I want to see where this Julia Nia feud is going to go because it's interesting TV. Because we saw it with Oscar and Nia, and now we're getting it with Julia and Nia. I'm interested.
I don't know.
Well, I think my main thing, as long as we still are able to have an opportunity to see Lash and Nia as the tag team champs in the future, I'm okay with wherever we're going with this Julia and Nia story. But if I don't see that, I'm gonna riot. So I just think people should know that. I'm gonna be very unhappy if we don't get to see Nia and Lash Legend as tag team champions.
I hate the fact that I'm about to say these words. I really hate the fact that I'm about to say these words. Trips, you've made me not care, bro.
I mean, he's done that already.
But you made me no. But it's egregious because of who you've made me not care about.
Yeah.
You like okay. Let me say it. For the short time that she was in NXT, I was a Julia fan.
Was?
Yes.
Okay. I was a fan when I heard she was coming.
Was.
Before she was sitting in the crowd at that NXT takeover to signify that she was on her way, I was a fan. Notice 3 times I said was.
But you know what I've noticed? This happens a lot whenever wrestlers from other promotions come to the WWE and they already have a really big showing from where they're coming from. It's happened with Shinsuke. It's happened with Finn.
That was so hurt.
It's, you know what I mean? Like it's happening. Like
Shinsuke will never know.
I don't know why that's an ongoing thing, but it happens so often. And it's like, were you upset? Like, is it not enough to just allow them to continue to be the greatness that they are? Why do we feel the need that we have to switch it around so much and then no one cares about them? Like, there's absolutely no reason that Shinsuke Nakamura, who we'll talk about in a little bit, is where he is right now in the WWE. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all.
There's no reason that he has not at least held a world title one time.
One of the only people they have not faltered with this is Gunther. They have not faltered.
Ain't for lack of trying.
That's true, but they have not faltered with Gunther. Gunther, when he was Walter, had an obscene following overseas. And I was really worried that when he hit the main roster that they were going to strip him of everything that made him who he was. He is the exception to this rule. I don't know why he's the exception to this rule, but he is the exception to this rule. But even like it kind of even goes back to like Chelsea Green, which we're going to discuss because I was not happy. That woman,
we're all waiting on that. No?
That woman fought Penta and Lucha Underground. Doesn't he? I prayed over him, and I think his vocal cords. There's nothing that a wife can't do. Okay, the wife will always make it right. Thank you, Mel. You sounded pretty good. You're welcome.
I wish you would go do something else and stop enjoying the show. Okay, go do something else.
But yeah, so Oh gosh. Moving in. So as we know from last week, Solo has stolen the lantern from the Wyatt Six, and it's. I
Can I
don't know if
chime in
it's
on this
adding
one?
to make this story better. Oh, please, please.
I don't know what this lantern is going to do for this storyline. They needed something to add to this storyline to not make it boring. So Solo stealing the lantern from the Wyatt Six. We get a promo from the Wyatt Six talking about, and I quote, how much this lantern means to them and that they needed to get it back, and that this lantern is a symbol of their darkness, of them hiding their darkness. Like this is the Undertaker's urn all over again. We saw this before. It didn't work with Taker, and it's not going to work with the Wyatts. Trips, are you kidding me with this? Is this the best you can do with these two teams?
And
You are. He's
yeah,
burying these teams, and it's sad
I think
to
there's
see.
too many members.
Because both times with the Undertaker's urn and with this, it wasn't done right.
Yeah.
The way it's explained is not how it's done. If someone steals the Undertaker's urn, Undertaker's not supposed to be powerless. He's supposed to lose his fucking mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Macho. Anyway, he's supposed to lose his mind and become unhinged, and can't nobody stop him. The Wyatts without the lantern, they're supposed to go nuts. Ain't nobody supposed to be safe on the roster until they get that lantern back.
Yeah, I don't think they're not.
That's the point.
It's not going well.
Like what?
And then another week of just watching Nikki Cross
Just stand there and
Just
run
sit
around
there.
acting crazy.
just run around screaming.
And run
No
around acting
purpose.
crazy.
She hasn't had. Yeah. Nikki Cross
She
is a
hasn't
former women's
had
champion.
She hasn't had a match since she's got separated from Rhea Ripley. What is that telling you?
Yep.
That was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's really, really sad. Honestly, when her contract comes up, baby, just go on and go.
Let's go.
Just go.
Let's go.
There are other things to do. There are other promotions. Just go. It's okay. It's okay. We release you to your destiny because it's got to be better than this. It has to be better than this. But this was, so the whole situation surrounded. It leads into, and we'll get into that a little later. Before that, though, we did have Cody come out. Cody comes out, and it was a mixed crowd for a little bit. Some people were happy for him, but then it's like, but Drew is the new champion. Drew is home. You can't not cheer for your hometown hero.
They didn't start getting behind Cody until Cody reminded them, "Hey guys,
you deserve a WrestleMania."
Remember, not only that, but hey, y'all remember when I left here the first time?
Yeah,
I came here.
Yeah. And they're like, "All right, Cody."
He's like, where you remember where I was putting on all those matches? That was here.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But Cody did declare for the Rumble, which we expected because we know that he doesn't get a rematch with Drew. And he had some choice words for good old Jacob Fatu, and let him know you're getting a receipt. It's coming. You know what that means. It's coming. You're a young veteran. It's coming for you. And then we were able to get into the next number one contenders match for the Fatal 4-Way, which was Matt Cardona, and that was going to be
against Trick Williams.
Yes. Now Trick does take the win on that.
We should have had a different match.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like Matt Cardona deserved better than that. You've gone, you've made your name in other places. You're back now, and I just don't appreciate the way that ended.
Like,
And it's not
like,
against Tripp.
Like as soon as I saw that match, nothing in me said that Matt Cardona is gonna win.
Yeah,
No.
not at all.
Matt
Because then
Cardona
what we're
is-
doing with Trick Williams, him
Matt
coming out with
Cardona-
Randy Orton, all of that stuff is
You should have put
Brother Chaos, what's going on?
You should have put Matt Cardona and somebody else and have both of them go on to the Fatal 4-Way. Honestly, I'm sorry, we don't need Randy in that Fatal 4-Way.
No, we don't.
We don't need
Hello,
Randy
brother.
in that Fatal.
We
What's going
don't.
on, bro?
We don't. But Trick does take that win. And then we have Kit Wilson.
Who is taking
Toxic
Who's getting
male.
Yo.
Toxic,
Bro,
toxic.
Y'all. That's what he
If
getting.
Yeah.
If you would have told me Kit Wilson of all people would be the one to have a Bobby Roode moment, like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Twas entertaining.
Yeah.
Twas entertaining though.
But like, okay, as much heat as Def Rebel gets for theme songs,
And they do get a lot of heat for theme songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. Every now and then you get that diamond in the rough. And I think Kit Wilson, luckily he is entertaining. It flows, it works really well.
Get well soon, Elton Prince.
Yes.
Yes.
But we do get Fatu does eventually come out. He and Cody get to go at it, and we are set to have their match at Saturday night main event. So that'll be good.
The thing before the Royal Rumble?
Right. Now, let's be clear, though, because technically these are two faces. Is this the time?
Is it really two faces, though?
Cody. Well, see, that's the thing. Do we think Cody is? Yeah. I mean, I consider Jacob still a face.
Jacob's still a face.
And I consider Cody still a face.
Cody right now is still a face.
Right now. But that's the whole thing. When does that change?
Will that trigger ever get pulled is my question.
Yeah.
I think we see it Saturday night's main event.
Oh.
I hope not. You think the turn comes at Saturday night's main event?
Before
I
Rumble?
don't know if it happens that soon.
So we're gonna have a heel Cody in the Rumble?
I don't know if it happens that soon.
Yes. Because what else is Cody doing?
It would be for the Rumble. Well, and it would be an interesting element for the Rumble. Like, everyone has his expectation, and now he's going to come out and show something completely different. It would be a nice swerve. No pun intended. I think I would watch it. I think it's time. Especially because I feel like right now, no matter what Jacob does, he's not going to get the heel heat because he's just too loved. So,
let's be honest, he hasn't been getting the heel heat since he debuted.
No, he's not at all.
Okay. You have homework to do, sir.
Yes, Kit Wilson is definitely do a search. That's entertainment right there. Yeah, that is entertainment right there. And we need those moments in the show where you have those. It can get heavy, and then you just have that moment where you all of a sudden you're entertained in a different way. So I appreciate moments like Kit Wilson.
Hold up, real quick. Now that you can hear me, Reg, did you see how NXT ended? What'd you think?
So happy.
It's gonna pain me to say this. It's gonna pain me to say this, and it's well overdue. You heard it here first. It's about time y'all doing something different with Tony D'Angelo. This is the type of Tony D'Angelo I want to see. Ava, put him in that ladder match and give him the NXT title right now.
Wow.
That's a bold statement.
That's something I didn't expect to hear from that mouth right there.
That's a bold statement. That is a bold statement. But hey,
it's like he's Sting and Rusev. He's Stu-Sev.
Sting and Rusev.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. excuse me. We were then able to get ourselves into Solo and are we there?
We had Solo against Damien.
Solo against Damien for the final spot in the Fatal 4-Way.
Actually, okay, time out. Yeah, I know I said Randy don't need to be in it, but
what?
So would you rather have put Miz over than Randy?
I agree. I don't really know why Damien.
No. But I'd rather put Randy in it than have Damien in it.
Yeah. I don't really know. I don't really know if Damien was necessary for it. But I think, again, I feel like sometimes I don't know. With the lack of planning up until the Rumble where we've been with all of this, I feel like a lot of this is just throw it out there and see what we can make with it. And I think Damien is one of those calls for that because I just don't know. I mean, I get it. You know, he had his stint with Drew in the past, but
you know how much
I don't want to see that again. I mean, I get they wanted. I get that they wanted to move Damien on from Aleister Black. Finally, thank you for that. But I get that. Let's put Damien in a position where we could try to make him a star, and putting him in this Fatal 4-Way match. I get it, but let's face it, you're not winning, and I don't see Damian Priest coming out on top in this match. Like I said earlier. This is Randy's last opportunity at the world title. If Randy don't win this match and Sammy does, Randy retire. Just hang it up. Take the John Cena route. Go into the sunset with your beautiful wife and your kids and just go make movies.
Everybody that I have watched, everyone that I've watched since SmackDown ended on Friday, has said Damien is in the match. Take the pin.
Probably.
Everybody has said. I mean, listen. Look, nah. It's not even a switch up. If something somebody was doing wasn't clicking with you, and then they start doing something that clicks with you, you gotta call it out.
It's okay to say I feel
That's
differently.
all. It's okay to change your mind. Yeah. I just wanted to know how you felt about it.
Like the whole Rocky scene with Tony D, it was stupid and it made me not like him. But I'm seeing another side of Tony D'Angelo that we should have been saw since the first couple of matches that he had with Obafemi. And it's sad that he had to step away from his family.
I guarantee you, if he was this Tony D'Angelo, the other two times he beat Obafemi, you wouldn't have had no problem with it. And I guarantee you that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That's a fact. Because like I had a real problem seeing how Tony D'Angelo's character, what it was. I had a really big problem seeing how that was going to translate to the main roster. It seemed like if he went up there with that, he had a very, very low, because you're gonna get lumped into the comedy character. You're gonna get lumped into the comedy character bag. You know what I'm saying? With that gimmick. And your ceiling is very low. Oh, this is Tozawa.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm definitely glad they switched his character on. He needed that. I'm calling him Stusev from now on because he's Sting and Rusev. Okay.
So with the match though between Priest and Solo, Priest does take that win. And that also does include the Wyatts. They come out because they want their lantern back. But it causes a distraction. And Priest is able to hit the South of Heaven, and Solo loses that one. Priest is moving forward in that. Melo had his open challenge, and that was versus Leon Slater, the TNA X Division champion, who is also the youngest. Yes, the youngest champion.
Let me say this about that real quick. While that was a fantastic match,
yes, it was,
because we were wrestling on Friday, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Trips, you dirty, dirty man. Okay, for this match alone, because you wanted him on this show, that man had to miss the premiere of his own company show on AMC, and he had to miss defending the X Division title at Genesis last night.
Yeah.
All because of that match.
But there
are dirty.
But I did hear though that there was some stuff, when it came to like visas and stuff like that.
That was
kayfabe.
Oh, okay. Well,
trips are dirty.
Well,
trips.
Leon Slater, I've been a fan of his since TNA. I think this kid has all the talent in the world. I think he's going to take the X Division Championship to the next level. I'm glad that we're seeing it on WWE television. That way, it could bring more challenges to him and the X Division and boost that title up the way it should be boosted up. So, the match between him and Carmelo Hayes was a 9.5 for me. Two talented brothers going at it for a title. I love the match, and Leon Slater is a future superstar in the WWE.
Yeah, I agree for sure. And AJ Styles also in the past held the TNA X Division Championship.
He was
the first. There you go. So I think that's really cool. It was really nice to see that match. It was a great match. This is the push that Melo has deserved, that he has needed. It's so good to get to see him wrestle every week.
He's not next to the Miz.
He's not next to the Miz. And Melo is one of those characters for me that could play heel so well. He's doing a really great job as a face right now. I'm really entertained by him. I think he's doing a great job. I really do hope that even if he loses the U.S. title at some point soon, I do hope that they're able to keep his momentum because he's doing a great job. He's got all of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the mic. He has the ring work. He has the look. He's got a good fan base under his belt. I just really hope they keep it. He has the belt or he doesn't.
That man, Carmelo Hayes, had better be as talented as he is, because he looks like both Omarion and Bow Wow at the same time. My nickname for him is Balmarion Hayes, but that's because I can't see that. Go look at him and tell me I'm lying. Any of y'all, I challenge you. But anyway.
So then backstage,
I'm not done. Carmelo, I'm a huge fan of his because I've been one since NXT. Him and Trick. Don't get me wrong. But again, yes, keep Melo's trajectory the way that it's going. And if you're going to do anything with him and Trick, you feud them against each other. You do not team them back up.
No.
You feud them.
We don't need to see that. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to see that again. That was good for what it was, where it was, but we're past that at this point. So something that I'm enjoying, Tama Tonga and Shinsuke.
Me too. Believe it.
Especially because it's giving a callback to their New Japan days.
Yep.
So I really love that, and it's nice to be able to see. It's nice to be able to view Shinsuke as some form of a threat again, and clearly Tama Tonga.
I personally think he can.
Yeah,
he could today.
Oh, he could absolutely hold the strap today for sure.
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
But clearly, I guess Tama Tonga must speak some form of Japanese because.
Oh yeah. I mean, you don't live there that long.
Well,
without at least picking up. But yeah, like.
Well. I mean, but then we got some folks in the WWE that's still struggling with English that've been here a long time too. So Language is
Fact.
hard,
Yeah,
no
but
matter which
I mean,
language it is.
no, but I
hard.
no, but I know for a fact when he was in Japan, like he immersed himself
Yeah, which is
in
wonderful.
in that culture.
Which
know
you
what I'm
should,
saying?
because
Like,
that's
yeah,
where you are. It's respect.
you know, like,
Yeah.
But yeah,
But I would love to see where that leads, and then if that would lead into Tamatonga having a run with the U.S. title.
that's what I want to see.
Yeah, I
That's
would
what I
love to
want
see
to
that.
see.
I think that would be wonderful.
And bring out more and more of the New Japan esque.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
That's
what
good stuff.
I want to see all the.
That's
I
good
want to see. I
stuff.
want to see you start coming out doing all this again. All right?
Not all
I want all of that.
Yeah,
all right?
yeah, it's good stuff. And then we get into our Jordan Grace versus Chelsea Green. Now listen, it's nothing against Jordan Grace.
Mhm.
I am
absolutely right there with chaos.
Yes, I'm not happy with the fact that I just felt like they fed Chelsea to the wolves. I'm not okay with that.
It's not over too.
It's not that it's Jordan Grace because she's a wonderful talent. It's not that at all.
Only thing I hate about Jordan Grace is her theme song.
Fair, but I just feel like Chelsea Green deserves better than that. And I feel like we say this so much with so many different people, but I definitely feel that way with Chelsea Green. They shouldn't have taken the US back off of her again. That was unnecessary. And then and granted, it wasn't like it was a complete just quick 1, 2, 3, but I just feel like she didn't really get her due diligence in that match. And I understand the match wasn't about Chelsea. The point was to set up for Grace and Jade. Y'all, let's talk about something. Jade has been the women's champion for 75 days. How many times has she defended it? These are facts. These are facts. Which was the one? Who was the one?
I think it was that time against Chelsea. That quick little squash.
That wasn't a title match.
That wasn't for the.
Okay, so let's ask that question again. How many times has she defended the title? Correct, Brother Reggie.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
I can't say it enough. I feel like every week
I feel like I've said it enough.
it's been just an ongoing thing between the injuring of people. She hasn't defended the championship. Beautiful woman.
I feel like I've said
And
it
it's
enough.
not that she's not talented. This just isn't the way to do it. And I'm exhausted of it personally. And if Jordan Grace takes the title, give it to her. It's all right.
Look,
At least we know she'll wrestle.
I've said it multiple times. And Jordan Grace is one of those names that I mentioned. Jade Cargill is not better than any of the women who were someplace else, built a huge name for themselves, and then started in NXT when they came here. Jade Cargill is not better than any of them.
No. And that's not
Jade
anything.
Cargill needed NXT. Jade Cargill still needs NXT.
Yeah.
And so does Jordan
And if
Grace.
she doesn't get NXT,
No,
that hurt me
no. I don't think so.
And
I don't.
so does
I-
Jordan Grace. And it
I think
hurt
Jordan
me
Grace
to
is
say
ready.
that. I don't think she's ready.
give me your feedback as to why, Reg. So what do you think she's missing? I'm curious.
That
What is she missing?
her run in NXT was unfinished. I think she needs like the in-ring skills are there, but it was too soon for her to be put on the main roster to me. She was not quite ready yet. Not saying that she does not have the talent, because she does, but this main roster push with just her just jumping to the main roster, for me, it's not cutting it for me. I just don't see her beating Jade
They
right away.
Her in NXT.
I just don't see her being as big as the Natties, as the Biancas. Not just yet, but give Jordan a little bit more time, and she will get there. But to me, she's not quite there yet. So I want to see if she's gonna get there with this rivalry with Jade. Hopefully, we see something different in Jordan. But it's too soon for me.
I think I definitely agree that, and I think it also depends on the way you view NXT. There are so many people that view NXT as strictly developmental. It means you're not ready to go to the main roster just yet. But then there are a number of people that view NXT just as high as they view Raw and SmackDown. It's not about you being in development as much as it is about you being in development, but it doesn't take away from what your capabilities are, rather. And I think Jordan Grace is on the main roster right now by the skin of her teeth. She's great. I'm not saying that she's not, but I do agree that she needed more time. And I think for Jade, if they weren't going to leave her in NXT for her to get that more time under her belt, then she needs a mentor.
That right there.
Yes.
It should have been a longer booking in NXT to get everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does need Finley. You're right.
She does need Finley. I agree with that.
Finley was great at whipping the women's roster into shape.
Yeah.
He was great at that.
It's just kind of frustrating because it's like I wonder what happens backstage when, like what are those conversations like? How can they've been so the WWE has a really bad habit of being so on track.
Wait, put that back up, Mel.
Being so on track, but then being so off base at the exact same time. It's something that I think they struggle with. And I hate that they've missed the mark with Jade because she already had so many people being, speculatory of her. And unfortunately, I feel like it's just kind of giving everyone a reason. And I'm one of those people. I love Jade Cargill. I got a shirt in my room right now in the closet. I want to support all that. But at the same time, I can't support if you're just not doing it well, though. Just because you look like me, sis.
Did you see the end of that
No, I didn't get to see it. No.
He said she just looks carrying a belt. He said, and this one should hit you. She's Sasha Banks light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like Sasha Banks, so
that's a fact.
I do.
It's like I said. I've said it. I've said it many times. Jade Cargill needed NXT. Yeah. Jade Cargill needs NXT. And if you're not going to put Jade Cargill in NXT, let Jade Cargill go do something.
It just makes me sad for her.
Unless y'all are going to take the time that it needs.
Because she's got so much potential and she is talented. It's nothing like that. They haven't developed it right. And unfortunately, that's going to be what people are going to remember the most. This is your first really big time of making a name for yourself in the WWE. And they're going to remember that when you were the women's champion, you didn't defend your belt for the first 75 days.
And
that's not the legacy you want to set up for yourself.
That's sad.
It is sad. It's very disappointing. And that's not her fault.
She defended the TBS title more than she's defended.
Yeah. So, but Jordan Grace did take that win. It did set up for Cargill versus Grace. We'll see what happens there. We had a moment where Trick and Priest were sizing each other up. Then we got to our main event.
I'm gonna just start calling him Damian Corbin.
Golly.
Thank you.
And that hurts me.
That hurts me too, but that's exactly what we're getting.
Damian Corbin is wild.
It's a fact.
Start calling him Damian Corbin.
It is. He peaked. But and Damian Priest is gonna be the prime example of it's great that you're big, but
I gotta walk. I gotta walk that one off.
am I wrong?
I gotta walk it off.
Am I wrong, Reggie?
I gotta walk it
No, you're
It's
not.
great that you're big, but sorry, you gotta be more than just big.
The difference between Priest and Corbin, Priest was world champion.
Today, yeah, 2026. Yeah, he was.
But did you care?
But was it good?
But did you care?
But guess what? He was big though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
He was big though. There's two. Yeah. There's just too many. Like, look at the match alone. Look at the match alone. Like, Aaron was just talking about how he preferred him as Punishment Martinez. The match alone, the 4-way alone, because as we know, Sammy does win his match. We're getting to that. Sammy does win. So he is going to be the final member of that fatal 4-way coming up. But if you look at the match alone, you got Sami Zayn, you have Trick Williams, you have, who's my third? Randy Orton, and then you have Damian Priest. You're absolutely correct. Damian's in the match, so he can take that L, so he can take the pin. And that's so unfortunate because guess what? Guess why it's so unfortunate? Because the only person in that, well, no, I won't say that because Trick is in the match too. Trick and Sammy are the only two out of the 4 that haven't held the world championship. Correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not even having the fresh meat. Trick Williams is going to take. You're not even having him take that pin.
Even Trick was just TNA World Champion.
Right. Right. You're having Damian Priest, the former world champion, take that L. That says something about where you are right now. That is something. For real. And I don't know how really it would have made a difference.
The old veteran is not even taking the pin.
There you go.
Randy Orton's not going to take that pin.
I don't know if it would make the difference, but perhaps instead of Priest being the one that left the Judgment Day, it should have been Finn that left the Judgment Day because Finn can carry himself, and Priest has not been able to do that. He needed the Judgment Day, and he needed Rhea. He hasn't been able to do it well on his own. And I'm sorry, but you just have to be more than big. We are beyond that now. We have Carmelo Hayes. We have Trick Williams. There are so many people. We have Javon Evans. There's way too much talent. We have Ilya Dragunov. There's too much talent backstage for Damian Priest to be resting on the laurels of just being big. It just doesn't, it's not working. It's not.
I'm gonna say something else.
We can't make you care about Damian Priest because
we can't. We tried.
Okay, so I'm Reggie. As avid watchers of NXT, this is gonna hit you, but you're not gonna be able to say I'm wrong. Damian Priest equals Josh Briggs.
Yeah. Yeah. Another
Josh,
big for nothing.
One that the crowd, yeah.
Another big for nothing talented waste of time. I agree with that.
The WWE, they have to stop. They have to stop people in these big. They have to stop making champions out of people who haven't reached the peak yet. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Sorry. Sammy does take that win. That was a great match between Sammy and Ilya. That was a really great match. Sammy was legit hitting Ilya on the face. Like that was real. But and did you hear all the crap he was talking?
But I feel like Ilya would have it no other way.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But did you see when I don't remember the ref's name when she had gloves on and Sammy goes, don't you worry about him. That's literally what Sammy says to the referee.
This ain't gonna last long.
Yeah, don't worry about him. It was a great match. I think it ignited a new fire in Sammy. That Sammy always has a fire with his words, but I think Friday night he had a new fire behind his wrestling. And I can see how with Ilya Dragunov, you either have that fire or you're going to get squashed because he has so much charisma. He has so much energy and pure talent for the sport itself. You better have something when you're facing him. Otherwise, it's just you're going to look like a bad amateur. But it was really nice to see that come out of Sammy. I feel like it was just different. It was just different for him. Now, granted, he got attacked by Trick at the end, and that ended our show. But it's to be expected. Trick is the up-and-comer. You know, he's talking a lot of slick mouth stuff and his lemon pepper steppers. And so it totally makes sense why he would come out and attack Sammy. It's them in the match.
I agree with that comment.
Thank you, Tori.
Yeah,
because nobody wrote that,
but Tori.
TG.
Nobody.
Brother TG.
Nobody wrote that. That's...
I know my brother when I know my brother. That is a great analogy. But that was the end of SmackDown. It definitely left. I appreciated SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
It was some good wrestling.
I
this
did
week.
too.
A lot of talking on Raw, but a lot more wrestling on SmackDown.
It's like I said, Raw seems to be the entertainment show, while SmackDown is the wrestling show. And honestly,
Raw was
SmackDown
us for Saturday night's main event.
It was actually 3 hours. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe we'll see what happens this week. Since we're gearing up, getting close to Saturday night main event. Maybe we can do a little prediction show and discuss what we think is going to happen. Obviously, Saturday night main event is going to be a big setup for the Rumble, which they need because we've discussed it. They're not doing much of it. They've just now started building for it.
I hate when they build 2 shows at once because one show doesn't get any build. And the thing is, it's always the show that's more important that ends up suffering. I hate when they do that.
Well, and I think the problem is too, it's because we're in the midst of the holiday season just ending, and they did a lot of pre-recording stuff, and so people were with their families and stuff like that, which I understand. That's important. But I think the holidays are the same time every year. Just saying, maybe we should have pre-planned. Your lack of planning is not our emergency to enjoy the foolishness that you're putting out there with all that talk. You want to see some wrestling.
The lack of planning on your part, Trips, does not constitute an emergency on our part.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to see some wrestling.
Get the fucking show together.
We want to see some. I don't use that word, but I want to see some wrestling.
I want to see some wrestling.
Gents,
I use it a lot.
We're wrapping up here for this week. You want to see some wrestling? We thank you guys for joining us again this week.
Indeed.
We really enjoy when you guys show up for us every week. We're very thankful. I would like to say that on behalf of myself, Beast, and Reggie, we're very thankful for you guys showing up for us and just talking about what we enjoy the most. Yes.
Indeed.
And with that,
let's do the Charlotte and Alexa.
And with that, we're going to sign out. I am Val.
It's your boy Beast. I'll be back.
I'm your boy Reg. Tune in Thursday. Divisional round is here. More football to talk about. Teams going home. We got a big show coming up. Tune in.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you later. Take care.
You're not right for that.
Oh, God.
That was funny though.
Also, don't forget,